This is my BMW F850GS, and it sounds like this. Time to fit a new noisemaker. I've got this GRmoto Carbon exhaust and it's packaged so nicely. I wanted to do an unboxing for you. Let's go and open up the box. So come and get a look in the box. This was all beautifully wrapped in like nice shiny plastic. I'm going to go with the fun bit first. I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but it says surprise inside. I wasn't expecting a surprise. And look what we've got. So we've got a GRmoto tank pad, got some valve caps, a business card. Don't know what that's for. Got a reservoir sock. There's a little screwdriver, some keyring bits. Yeah, nice keyring. That's really nice. Wasn't expecting to get that. So surprise inside. I don't know if they do that for every order. Another box. Let's take a look at what we've got in here. I've just got to say, the packaging on this is amazing. Look at this. So this is our hanger clamp. Everything's labelled in the lid of the box. Look, really nicely done. Excellent. We've got some gloves. I'm guessing this is so you can handle your exhaust without putting fingerprints on it, or maybe they're heat proof. Anyway, get a pair of gloves. We've got some assembly paste, that's a sealant. So as part of the installation process, you've got to put some of this on and it takes an hour to dry before you can tighten everything down. So there'll be a pause in the fun. Got our link pipe. And then the main event. So I've gone with the carbon finish, which I think is going to look quite nice on my GS because it's got quite a lot of black elements and all my luggage is black as well. So I wanted a dark exhaust. Excellent packaging, just top notch. And look at that. Exhaust comes in a lovely bag to keep it safe. And the big reveal. Oh, look at that. So there's a few different combinations you can have. They do this particular model with a titanium finish as well. I went for carbon and with a carbon end cap as well, and I like that a lot. Polished finish. I'll put the price up on screen because I can't remember exactly how much this cost. This is a UK company, so I don't know what it's like buying abroad, particularly with the current tariff situation, but I'll put the UK price up. I have to say, the finish is really very nice. Not absolutely perfect, but really not bad at all. Looks really good, looks good quality, well made. So we need to get it fitted to the bike, and the first thing we ought to do, of course, is get the old one off. So let's get the tools out and go and do that. Okay, so first step I think is to remove this bracket here. Okay, so that's nice and loose, that's ready to come off, and then we need to take this off, which has some interesting bit. This is where a decent toolkit comes in handy. There we go, that was easy. This certainly feels a bit heavier than the one that's going to be replacing it, so you're probably going to get a small weight saving as well, which would be nice. Okay, so I'm obviously going to clean all these surfaces up and put the sealant on, but before I do that, I just thought I'll do a test fit and try and get a sense of what I'm doing. But before I do that, I just wanted to point out this, which is the catalytic converter, and this is really where the majority of the work of the exhaust is done these days. Now, if you want to get an immediate noise improvement on these bikes, you can just replace the catalytic converter with a replacement pipe for £50–60, something like that. And I might actually do that at some point because this is a huge weight as well underneath. But I'm just going to change the end can for now, and maybe in the future I'll come back to that, because it is ugly as well. There's a huge weight saving, some more power to be had, and some more noise. This looks like nice quality steel. So the next step is to figure out how the bracket's going to go on. So we've got this drop down bracket. There isn't actually any instructions in the in with the box, I have to say. So I'm just, I think this is fairly obvious though. We've got a small bolt there, which I think holds this bracket on here. And then we've got the larger bolt, which is going to go through the exhaust hanger. So that all kind of makes sense to me. So this is the bolt that came out of the BMW fitment, and it does have the same thread, and it is the same size, or it looks the same as the one they've provided. Because there is a captive nut on the back here. They've provided a nut, but I don't think we'll need it, but it's not going in very easily. I don't want to force it. So let's get an Allen bolt on it. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So from there, we'll be hanging the exhaust something like that. Obviously, I'm not doing any of this up tight just for a minute. And we've got another bracket as well, which is going to be for joining the pipes together. Let's get the exhaust and just see how that's going to position. We're going to use the included gloves. Okay, yeah, that looks okay. Okay, so I think what that shows me, just doing the test fit here, is that we don't actually need this drop-down bracket. And I think I'm quite happy about that, because it'll look better. So next step is just to clean up these surfaces with some alcohol wipes or something, and then we can get on with putting the sealant on. I'm probably using totally the wrong thing, and they're only tiny, so I'm going to have to use quite a few of them, I think, to get the job done. Fortunately, they are very cheap on Amazon. Links in the description. Hands are filthy now, so I'm going to go back to the gloves for a minute. Okay, so there are some instructions for the assembly paste, and what it says is that we want a continuous even bead on the female surface. So I'm going to apply it to the inside of this link pipe, and it will need to then go to the inside of the exhaust pipe, right? And we get an applicator which needs to be cut. I've probably done that wrong, but I've decided to go sort of halfway in so that I don't get loads of mess coming out. I don't know if I've put enough in or whether that's right or not, but that's what I've done. So I think I'm going to do something like that. And the problem with this is it's going to be a really big ugly bolt coming out the back, which I'm not keen on. I think what I'll do is I'll get it fitted, and if this is the correct way to fit it, then what I'll do is cut off the excess on the bolt. That certainly does look right, doesn't it? Just undo this one a bit and wiggle it around to make sure we get it in. I'm just doing this finger tight at the moment because we've got to give that silicone an hour. Okay, so I think we're pretty much there. So had to do a little bit of adapting here. Felt like I needed an extra washer behind. I'm not entirely happy with this solution, and I'll maybe look at changing that, or maybe write to GRmoto, or if you're watching this, GRmoto, have I done something wrong here? There's no instructions in the box. Everything just seems to be just a little bit too tight. So the washer's kind of foul and the nut's foul. It's difficult to do anything other than what I've done here. I don't think it looks horrendous, mind. I think it looks okay. Be better if this bracket was black, I guess. But yeah, very happy with the look of the exhaust though, and the pipe. So it's been an hour since we put the silicone on, so we can tighten these clamps up now, which I'll do in a second. I have already just kind of test fitted my luggage over the top, and there's loads of room, so everything looks good. So let's tighten up those clamps. We'll put the little cover back on as well. I think we're all done. And it is time to hear what it sounds like. So we're going to do the sound test. I'm going to take the baffle out as well, so we'll test it both with and without. So, moment of truth. So onto the road ride and the review, and I can give you my impressions of this exhaust. And they will be more than just first impressions, because actually about a month has gone by since I filmed the original fitting of the exhaust, and I've done quite a few miles on the bike with the exhaust fitted to it, and I've had time to think about it. Now, I did try making this video before now. I went straight out on the bike with the cameras on and the microphone ready to go. And after about 4 takes, I just gave up. And the reason for that is simply because I'm a bit disappointed. The initial problem is that I went out on the bike and I couldn't hear it. It was quieter than the stock pipe, or at least to my ear.
I just want to chime in quickly here with a little bit of extra clarification, because if you've listened to the sound samples of these exhausts, it does sound like the GRmoto is louder than the stock pipe. And it is. If you're stood behind the bike, it is slightly louder. And it's also got a nice sort of snarl or bite to it that this stock exhaust doesn't have. What I'm saying here is that when you're riding the bike, as soon as you're moving at 30 miles an hour and above, you can't hear that. Now, hopefully that makes sense to you. Let's get back to the review.
And so I went about 3 miles down the road, turned around and went straight back home and took the baffle out. And with the baffle out, it's, to my ear, a little bit louder than stock, but not much. But I wonder if my expectations were a little bit unrealistic. So let's just talk about that for a moment. This particular bike, the F850GS, possibly is not the most characterful engine out there. It's got some of the character of the BMW Boxer, because on the overrun or as you come off the throttle, it will sort of pop and spit a little bit like the Boxers do, and that sounds good, and it sounds good with this new pipe as well. But it's not it's not a great sounding engine, so you're sort of limited with what you've got to start with. And there's that big box of gubbins underneath the bike that's doing all of the Euro compliance. And I suspect that if you want to make this bike sound louder, you've got to remove that. And I don't want to remove it yet because my bike is still under warranty. No one minds an aftermarket end can, but yeah, removing the catalytic converter, don't want to do that yet. There's always a question about that, because in the UK, cars and bikes have to have an annual inspection called an MOT test. And the bike MOT test is far less stringent than the car MOT test. So if you decat your car, that's an MOT failure. But if you decat your bike, it's not at the moment. So I can legitimately take it off, and GRmoto, in fact, sell the link pipe to replace that. So maybe that is the route that I will take once my warranty expires, which is another year yet. So I'll think about that.
That's not the only reason to buy a new exhaust, of course. People buy exhausts not just for the sound, although I would say that's probably the number one reason, but also because they want to improve the look of the bike. Stock exhausts do tend to be quite bulky and perhaps a bit ugly. And I have to say, I'm very pleased with the finish of this bike. I think it's enhanced the appearance of the bike. It's definitely a good deal smaller than the stock bike. And I love it. I love the polished sort of carbon look. That's all to my taste, and I think it looks really good. So very happy with that. Another reason why people will buy a new exhaust is to save weight. And I neglected to weigh the old pipe and this pipe before I put it on. It definitely felt lighter to me in the hand. I'm sure I have shaved some pounds off the bike. I suspect, again, the biggest weight saving will come when I remove that big box of tricks from the bottom of the bike. Will such a small weight saving make any difference to the handling of the bike or its performance? I don't imagine I'm ever going to notice a difference, and I certainly haven't noticed any difference up to this point. And finally, of course, people will put on an aftermarket exhaust for increased performance. And it's possible that there's an extra horsepower or two as a result of changing the end can. Again, I suspect that increase will mainly come from removing the catalytic converter. But if you did get an extra 1 brake horsepower on a bike with, I can't remember what this one is 94, 95, you're just not going to notice that on the road. It's not a meaningful enough difference. So for me, the main two reasons for me to buy the exhaust, number one is I wanted it to sound better. I wanted the bike to sound more interesting. Number two, I wanted to improve the look of it. There is another caveat that I just want to mention as well, and that is that I wear earplugs. And I always wear earplugs when I'm riding because I've already got a little bit of hearing loss and I'm not really up for getting any more. Wind noise through helmet is a pretty surefire way to damage your hearing over time, so earplugs are the answer. I have tried with the earplugs out just to double check, and I don't think there's any difference really. So this is on this bike. If you're not going to decat your bike and you're going for a GRmoto end can, then don't expect to get a massive increase in volume. And I wonder if that's maybe something that GRmoto can have a look at. Perhaps adjusting the size of the baffle. I'm just going to open the bike up. I don't know whether this will come through the camera or not, but just open it up in second gear so you can get a sense of the sound. It sounds good. It does sound good. It's just not quite as loud as I'd hoped. The other thing I would say about it as well is that I thought I was buying a bike-specific fitment kit, but it didn't sort of feel that way when I was installing it. I had to fudge it a little bit, having to saw a bolt to get it to look right. There's no instructions in the box. I just did the best that I could with what was available. I didn't find any instructions online either. Nothing specific to my bike. So I did the best I could, and I think that makes me a fairly typical customer. And as I said at the outset, this is not a sponsored video. I paid for this exhaust with my own money. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was useful and there's enough information in it to help you make a purchasing decision. If you did enjoy it, please consider subscribing for more content. Ring that bell and maybe let the YouTube algorithm know that you liked it or didn't like it with a thumbs up or thumbs down, as you please. Share your comments below, of course. Thank you for your support of the channel. And that includes, incidentally, all of you who click on the Amazon links. We earn a small commission from that. It doesn't cost you any extra, so if you're buying anything on Amazon today, click my link. I'll be very grateful. And I'll see you next time. CG Rides.